Top 10 Best VR Games for the PS4. Blood and Truth is a PlayStation VR game that is worth trying for shooter fans, particularly those who enjoy Guy Ritchie movies. It expands on the London Heist demo with more shootouts that involve cover, reloading, and aiming with Move controllers. The game includes various activities such as lock-picking, tunnel climbing, and drone piloting. While players can use a DualShock controller, the experience won't be as immersive.
Push back hard or with.
Falcon Age is a game about fighting oppression with your bird friend, as you travel to occupied sites to take down robot colonizers using your Falcon's abilities to distract enemies. The game also involves collecting hats and toys for your bird friend. It can be played in and out of VR, but the best experience is in VR with Move controllers. The game allows you to retrieve distant goodies, cook treats, and travel back to your village. Overall, the game centers around the relationship with your bird friend. Hitman 3 on PSVR has some visual sacrifices due to PS4 hardware limitations, but it offers a gripping and immersive new way to play the game. It is a fresh approach to the franchise and the best since it started in 2000. The game allows players to play through every stage from the first two games if they own them on PlayStation. It can be tempting to stop and people watch or admire the massive scale and small details of each level, making it tough to stay on task. Overall, whether or not you were already a fan of the franchise, Hitman 3 VR is worth playing. TROVER Saves the Universe is a game where the player and their friend TROVER save the universe by killing bad guys with laser swords and inserting power babies into TROVER's eye sockets. It is created by Squanch Games, the studio behind Accounting Plus, and co-created by Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty fame. The game features a focused story with extended asides, gross-out gags, and cerebral humor. It can be played on a standard screen, but the experience is enhanced with a VR headset. The game can be played with a DualShock 4 or DualSense controller.
You're the Cherokean with the dog. So we have you to blame for this bull.
FIREWALL 0 Hour is the best online multiplayer shooter game on PlayStation VR, and there is no better online multiplayer game on PlayStation VR than this. It is like Rainbow Six Siege, but with a greater sense of immersion. Players can use authentic-looking firearms with a PSVR aim controller, and military buffs will enjoy the tactical gameplay. Casual players can also use a DualShock 4 controller. The game features tense and tactical matches that encourage communication and teamwork. Tetris Effect is a playable music visualizer where you play a standard game of Tetris in the foreground while strange things happen around the board. The game feels fantastic to play in VR, with space whales, freaky fire monks, and pounding music enhancing the game experience. The visuals light up your peripheral vision and respond to big line clears, promoting both focus and a sense of place. Tetris Effect is fully playable outside of VR, but playing it in VR submerges you in its strangely beautiful worlds. Astrobot Rescue Mission is a highly praised PSVR game and platformer that was also one of the best games of 2018. The game allows players to explore a series of courses while guiding them toward the finish line. The PSVR headset immerses the player in the game world, allowing them to look for hidden bot buddies and use their controller to send out zip lines or shoot shurikens to clear a path ahead. The game is considered a perfect and joyous experience, with players humming the cave theme for weeks. Superhot on PSVR is a slow-motion, puzzle-based shooter game that requires the use of two PSVR Move controllers. The game revolves around Matrix-style bullet dodging, throwing objects, and snatching guns out of enemies' hands. Time stands still except when you move, allowing for plenty of time to plan your moves. SABER is a game that imagines Luke Skywalker's training with Tron polygons and thumping EDM music, instead of a floating robot with pain rays. In the game, you control a red and blue saber with your left and right hands respectively, and must slice through a moving line of cubes in time with the beat of the music. Your ability to keep up with the rhythm and hit the right cubes while swinging your arms provides a deep sense of focus and a good workout. Resident Evil 7 has a dedicated VR mode and it's one of the most gripping experiences for PSVR. The game has sacrifices, such as less crisp visuals and the need to use a regular PS4 or PS5 controller, but the raw horror of feeling like you are exploring the game's environment and encountering its creatures makes it worth it.
What is it? They're dead. They're all dead.
This